nicely snug in here, out of the elements. Hi everyone, it's Dave from Magnetic North again. Today I want to show you two things. I want to show you what's in my kit, what I'll actually bring up the mountains when I take a grip up the mountains, and also this new hiking trousers from Kathmandu. So yeah, I've got my cameraman Nathan here today, my wee son. So he's doing all the filming, so I'm very lucky today to have him. So we're going to make a wee fire and we're going to have a wee chat about it. Okay, so there you go, we've got a nice wee fire lit now. It is actually about 2 degrees today, so it's quite cold. The sun has actually just come out, which is really nice. First thing though I want to talk to you about is what I wear on me, and what I'll be before actually even going to the kit. I carry a very simple knife. I don't like all the gadgety knives. I just like a very simple knife. Cuts, does what it does. I've had this for quite a number of years now. It's worked very well for me. And just to show you a close up of the knife, it's just a nice wee pouch there. And again, you need to keep it very sharp. And again, it's very simple. Very simple and nice. Yeah, I always carry a notebook and pencil with me, and the reason for a pencil is it's waterproof. Even if it's pouring down, it will always write, which is a great wee tip. So what I do with the maps, I photocopy a lot of the routes that I go on. So you literally just have a little bit of paper here, so you're not having to carry a big thick map. Also with a very lightweight cover as well. So literally your map is rolled down to that, and that's where you really want to be at, because you don't want to be fooling around with a big map the whole time. You know exactly where you're going and your bearings. So that's another thing I carry. And this here is a wee survival kit that I just personalised myself, and this wee medical kit, but I personalised. I always carry this with me because no matter what happens, if you ditch your kit or lose your kit, which can be very easy happen sometime, that I can live indefinitely in a survival situation with just this wee pack, which I actually have. I've a lot of mates of mine. We head up the mountains and just using this wee pack. This is sort of simple map. Then really it's just a bit of paper. It's just literally photocopied. This plastic cover here is very. You just roll it up in your hand as well. So again, it's very easy to work with. So with a kit, you got to think priority. What is the first thing that you're going to need when you're up there? And that needs to be really at the top from the way down. So that's the way I organize my kit. First thing I have then on the hood is my food and snacks. I have all that sitting there ready to go at any time. Just get more energy and nuts and whatever else you need. Down here then I have my dry bag, right the way through it, and lots of other different types of dry bags as well, different sizes. You really need to keep everything nice and dry. The other thing I have here, just sunk into the back of it here, is the Camelback. The Camelback is such an amazing invention. You have a bladder of water basically, and this bladder holds 2 litres of water at the moment. So you can be sipping and sucking on that basically all the way up. You're not having to stop and take out your kit. It's one of the most brilliant inventions I've ever come across now, it really is. Then I have my warm kit, my wet kit at the top, right here, and then my warm kit then at the bottom underneath that. And again, it's something that you need to just quickly grab and go. So I have all my Kathmandu stuff as well, the down jacket, and I've got a nice wee fluffy hat and gloves in there, rain jacket. So that's your warm kit and wet kit. Again, it's something that you need to just grab quickly and get out. Now I was saying earlier about the maps, but I do have a full map in case of emergency, and that's your full map in case you go off grid or whatever it needs to do off that wee bit of page that I did have. It's always important to have that with you, a full area map. My medical kit I take with me as a group leader. I always have to have a medical kit. Now I'll go through that in a different channel of what you need and why we bring it. Again, you're talking about ankles and breaking and all sorts of horrible things. Hopefully it will never happen, but in reality these things can happen. So the next thing right nearly at the bottom is I have a grip shelter, and this has saved so many people. I think a lot of times when you have an injury up the top of the mountain, in that kind of terrain, a lot of injuries are not just the injuries, but because it takes so long for the rescue people to come, sometimes because you're in such an awkward position, they have to get a helicopter out or whatever it is. This can save your life. This is nearly a medical kit in itself. It basically covers you in seconds, and your casualty on the ground, and takes them out of the elements straight away, and gives them that protection. So the next thing then, following on with that, is a bivy bag, because the bivy bag helps the casualty get off that wet ground and off the floor as well, and it gives them that extra protection. Again, warmth up there is a massive thing, absolutely massive. So again, it's a very important. So the last thing at the very bottom is I've got 30 meters of rope, and this is 10mm rope, and something that you never need to have. As a leader, you never want to take this out. You've made some serious bad judgments and mistakes if you do have to take that out. But again, it's there, and it's always good to have it, not in some bad situations. Again, you have the ABC, you have the strap it to your anchor, and then to the belayler, and then to your client. So again, also can be a help for people coming down the mountain who are just a bit unsteady, so you can just strap yourself to that person. Gives them that wee bit of extra confidence. I've got some more extra trap wire. I've got all my matches in here, and I've oiled them all. I've just waxed them all with candle wax, every tip of them, again to give them that waterproof as well. You've got a wee striker on the side here, so it's a nice wee matches for that. And also you have I have my knife sharpener, which is a really good one. Gecko. It's the most handiest wee thing to have up the mountain. You have to keep the knife sharp. So again, you just put it down and give it that 9 scores, and off we go. You know, so it's something very handy to have. The other thing is, when everything's very, very wet, and you're looking for a wee bit of tinder for lighting the fire, always carry sharpener. In the sharpener, you can get a wee bit of wet stick like that, and you get some shavings off it, which is really, really good. It's a great way to get really dry tinder in a wet environment, and again, it's something that I've used in many occasions. It's really helped me. So you can see there, you get some nice wet, nice dry shavings from a wet stick. The other thing then is I carry my wee pack for my food. Now, I don't normally carry unless it's overnight stay, but again, this is my wee cooker here that I would only bring out really for nighttime use. But again, it's something simple, it's small. I've used it. I know there's a lot of better stuff out there, but for me this is very simple, very small, compact, ready to go. But do leave a comment, tell me what you use, and I'd be interested to hear that as well. Again, you get a lot of these ration packs, and a lot of camping shops, which I like. Most times though, when I'm going up, taking a group up, I would literally only bring a few snacks with me, personalised snacks and some nuts and things that just replenish my strength. But again, this is more of an overnight stay where you really want a good proper decent meal. Heat that up in some boiled water and off you go. So the last couple of wee items then I bring up is a head net, and there's so many midges in Ireland, as you know, if you know, and it's one of the best wee things that I've bought for a long time. It's literally over your head, and when you're trying to set up camp, or you're even trying to eat your dinner or whatever it is, and you're just getting eaten alive, it's the handiest thing. Stick over your head like that, and off you go. And it really does save you a lot. Try and get your fire going and try and get your camp going and that sort of thing. It just rolls up into nothing. Just a small wee thing to have. The next thing is, as well, obviously the big thing is torches. And again, even if I'm going up on a day, in the summer, even where there's a lot of light, I would still bring torches in case of emergencies. Spare batteries in there. So I carry a couple of AAAs here, but if I wanted AAs, I can just put it into this wee pouch here, which I find is a really cool wee thing. And you just stick it in like that and it becomes an AA battery. I always carry them as well for my extra big torch. I carry one of these for a quick wee survival tool, where you get a chewing gum wrapper and put it in positive and negative, and it actually burns it. And again, it's very good for lighting fires. So my cameraman here, Nathan, is a little bit cold. So it is actually very, very cold today. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you quickly what the group shelter is like, and we're going to actually set it up, aren't we, Nathan? So if you grab that, and we'll get this group shelter up real quick. And this is what would happen in a situation where you have to get this thing up and rock and roll quick as you can. So just turn it right here then, Nathan. And what you do is you get one person to grab one side, and 4 people normally for this. 4 people for this, and each grab a corner, and then 3, 2, 1, and then you're up, and you're over and down. And again, nicely snug in here, out of the elements, straight away in seconds, and my cameraman is now lovely and warm. Okay, so the next, just before I go then, I just wanted to show you these trousers from Kathmandu. It's the latest ones that I brought from them. Really, really good job. They're Flinders, called Flinders trousers, and really, really good hiking trousers, and I'll show you why. They're a durable fabric with a cooling technology. The colour in these are June, and it also comes in Alpine. Also, these are 94% nylon and 60% elastin, but I know it. When I saw these at first, I didn't think they were actually going to be as stretchy, but they are really, really stretchy, which makes it great hiking trousers as well. You have a deep pocket here, right here, which I love, because it goes right down, and got a nice secure zip as well. 2 pockets on both sides, but again, they're very deep pockets. There's an internal belt here as well for individual fit, and it kind of has this wee loop on it, and you just let it loop it up, pull it tight, and off you go. But again, the only thing I would have against it, it doesn't have another loop around here for this to go on. It just literally hangs. A lot of the trousers, it can be quite baggy or at the bottom, but this is really nice. It just fits lovely around your boot here, which I really like as well. It doesn't come right out. Again, you need to have that quite tight. They're very, very comfortable, and that's what I find about them. Very, very comfortable and very lightweight. And a lot of the trousers that you can have very, very heavy, but these are really, really nice and lightweight, and that's what you want. You want a lot of no restrictions, a lot of movement, and very elastic as well. And so yeah, it's coming out about $69.99, and they're called the Flinders hiking trousers from Kathmandu. So this is just a nice wee bit of kit here. You literally screw that onto your gas canister and pull these teeth down, and your pot literally just sits on top of that, easy as peasy. And flick this handle down, and that's your wee regulator off and on. And I'm going to cheat here by using the lighter, but there we go. And that is her basically on. And turn her up, pot on, and off you go. Simple as that. So that's me, Dave Orr from Magnetic North Adventures. Thanks for joining us today, and thanks for all those who subscribed. I really appreciate it. Again, I hope to see you all next week, and chat to you then. Bye.